Good morning. We are seeing the 16th unit, and today's topic is about digital spectrum. The last class we were discussed about what are the terminologies are there for forensics. So the various terminologies are there. So nearly 10 terminologies are there. So that terminologies we were discussed. So meanwhile we will start for a few more minutes again, and we will go to this topic. So these are the terminologies. The first one is about desk terminologies. Sorry, desk forensics. So it is exactly deal with the disk means generally we are going to be talking about the storage area. So the important thing is here about storage media. Okay, we are going to be talking about storage media, and the second one is about network forensic. So overall, the data transmission is going to be done through the network itself. So then it is the sub branch of digital forensics relating to monitoring and analysis of this digital forensic. So today's topic is about digital spectrum. We will see what is this digital forensic. So digital forensic means generally if you are dealing something evidences in general normal way of collecting evidence, that is physical evidence we are going to be collect. In the way of network, we are transferring the data. The data is theft. So how we are going to be find the digital evidence? So that is a digital forensic relating to monitoring and analysis of computer network traffic for the purpose of information gathering, legal evidences. So this is the one. So the purpose of this one is information gathering, legal evidence, and intrusion detection. So these are the important thing in this. Okay. So unlike other areas of digital forensics, network investigation. So in other areas, rather than these information gathering, legal evidences, and intrusion detection, rather than we have other areas for digital forensic is in network investigation. So deals with violate and dynamic information. It is also called proactive forensics. It is also called proactive forensics. Okay. So the first terminology about desk forensic. Second one is about network forensic. And third one is about wireless forensic. So what is wireless forensic? It is a subpart of network forensic. So already network forensic is a subpart of digital forensic, and the wireless forensic is a subpart of network forensic. The part of network forensic. Okay. The main goal of these wireless forensic is to provide the tools required to collect and analyze the data. Tools required to collect and analyze the data. This is the important. So tools. So how to collect the information, so that such evidences how we want to collect. So what are the tools are there to required for the wireless network traffic. So the data is collected and correspondent to plain data or with a board usage of voice over internet, VoIP. జనరల్ గా మనం 4G టెక్నాలజీలో మనం మాట్లాడేటప్పుడు వాయిస్ కాల్ కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది కదా. సో ఇది టెక్నాలజీ ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఓవర్ వైర్లెస్ టెక్నాలజీ. And another one is about database forensics. It is again a sub branch of digital forensic. So in digital forensics, two sub branches. One is the network forensics, and the network forensic again we have sub branch is wireless forensic. Related to study and examine the database and their related metadata. So it is gives the information about related metadata. A forensic is examining the database related to the timestamp to apply the row, update time, and relational database table being inspected and tested. So a relational database table being inspected and tested for validity in order to verify the actions of the database user. So generally, any application or any website, so maintain some database. So in the database means, so every user information is going to be allocated for a table. The table consists of rows and columns. One, if you consider one row, the information should contains the information one user. The same in order to verify the actions of database user. That's only here see that the timestamp that applies to the row, timestamp that applies to row. This is the database forensics. Then another one is about malware forensics. So malware means it is generally talk about malicious code. In the study of various keyloggers, what are the things are keyloggers, spywares, and Trojan horse and viruses, payloads, all those things is going to be talked about. So these way how we can find the evidences that. Then mobile phone forensics deals with the examining and analysis of mobile devices. So retrieve the phone and SIM contacts, call logs. So this is a mobile forensics. Mobile phone forensics means it deals with the, so mobile phone anangane first one phone and another one is SIM. So two things are there. So in these out of these things, so to retrieve these things, what are the things? Phone and SIM contacts, all the call logs, dialed, missed, and received calls, and SMS, MMS, and calendar information, and any other things which we are connected with the database. So that is MMS, SMS, audio, video, paid devices, history, and some smartphones, geolocations, and calendar information also make up. So this is the mobile phone forensics. Then another one is about GPS forensics. GPS means nowadays every general all mobiles are enabled with the GPS connection. Through this GPS connection, from where to where the user, maybe you can say that the device is transmitted. Maybe device is theft by some other person. So we cannot say that the person is not a user. No? That's why I am saying that. So the device where it is transferring, from where to where it is going to be transferred. So that information will be collected through this GPS forensics. So collected the sat-nav forensics is relatively a new discipline with the fast spaced world mobile device forensics. It is used to examine the GPS device, retrieve the information such as track logs, viewpoints, routes, and photos, audios, and etc. Through these, we can collect all those information. Then another one is about email forensic. Email forensic, it deals with the recovery and analysis of email, including deleted mails and calendar and contacts. అంతే కదా, if anything problem is hacker, జనరల్గా ఏంటి ఏదన్నా unwanted mail వచ్చినప్పుడు they responded or something, immediately we may delete it. So that that evidences they may collected from the deleted mails or calendar or contacts information, they are going to be collected through the email. Then another one is about memory forensics. It deals with the collecting of data from system memory. First the మాట్లాడుకున్నప్పుడు disk memory, so that is entirely different from that is any external devices గురించి అన్నమాట. డిస్క్ అనగానే మనకి CD, DVD, some pen drives, something that this is a memory. It is about the system memory, system registers, caches, and as a raw in a raw form of they carrying the data in a raw dump. Then the last one is about email. So e-discovery. So is a very important thing. It covers all those things. The previous 9, which will deals with the way of either it is a memory forensics or a disk forensics or network forensics, wireless forensics. It is going to be deal with the one part of thing, but this one e-discovery is going to be consider all the ways. So we don't know what type of thing was happened. If we don't know, we can processing evaluating the solution for the organization. So such that they may find where is the vulnerability, so that we can give suggestions that, so here is the problem, we can give the solutions for all process of evaluating solutions for the organization and defensible E. So that is a very important thing is here, the process of evaluating solutions for the organization. So the legal requirements. So if anything offense is happened, definitely we need to approach a legal. So that legal requirement and proper handling of admissibility of computer evidence, the email achieving can be useful. Somewhere I think yesterday it is a repeated thing. So wait a moment, I want to email achieve a defensible. So proper handling of admissibility computer evidence. Email achieving can be useful for complement e-discovery. And an ideal e-discovery process identifies. So what it process? It is actually gives the process of evaluating solutions for this. So what it identifies means, what is the ideal thing? So process identifies, collects, and retrieves the process, produce the relevant electronically stored information. And also the relevant information may be found in, so that raw data is going to be collected. That may be in a various format. We already know that the data may be in a various format. So I think we are already come across about the big data. So the data, if you are thinking and viewing in a large manner, then we can call that is a big data. So the data may be a structured, unstructured, or semi-structured data. So here also the collected information. So that evidence which we are collected, that may be in various types of format also. That is unmanaged, unstructured, semi-structured, or a structured data source dispersed across the network on a desktop. So various sources, desktop gani, laptop gani, services, servers gani, and shared drives gani, removable storage gani, whatever it may be, where the data is going to be collected. As the name implies, email achieving is limited to content email system, since they work only a set of emails and do not extend that on the network. So this is a, if you understand this one, we can know clearly about that. So if you talk about email means, it is going to be talk only email thing only. So what is the deleted things? What is the calendar contact? Only email mails. Deleted gani, achieved mails gani. So if it is talk like that, an effective, repeatable, and dependable e-discovery response plan requires an organization to proactively anticipate the type of discovery that could be initiated and develop the offenses strategy that employs both technology and human resources. Okay. So that is about e-discovery. And today's topic is about digital spectrum. What is this digital spectrum? Spectrum means we can see about full view of it. So here we have some pyramid structure of this collection of information, all those things. What is that means? So with the advent of a new form of criminality associated with the growth of digital technologies, the number of terms used within the forensic community. These includes the cyber crimes, high-tech crime, e-crime, new technology crime to indicate the new and digitalized versions of existing crime. Some crimes can be placed on a spectrum depending upon the extension of digital environment. So some crimes should needed to conclude. For example, if you are start investigating, so we may consider some outsourcing all those things. So we may consider some various type of collecting of evidence. We may require some of deep learning about all those tools or applications, which is maybe which is clearly defined or may not clearly defined. But we, in order to produce an evidence, we should definitely gone through this environment, digital environment clearly. So that is the. So here we can see some diagram for this digital spectrum. So what is that means? Offering non-existing good for sales via an online auction house. So these are what are the how we are going to be collect the details, digital details. When the more details, more digital and less detail. For example, skimming and cloning the credit card. So we need to collect the more details here. So offering a non-existing goods for sales via online addiction house and shoulder snuffing and a pin before stealing card. It is a less digital. For example, somebody knows our pin and somebody saw our pin and stealing card. It is a less digital. Ante kada. So what we can do? For example, somebody మన పాస్వర్డ్ చూశారు అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం ఏటీఎం లో కార్డ్ ఎంటర్ చేసేటప్పుడు somebody saw our password. After that they steal our card and immediately they transfer. So here we don't have much digitalized. But the form of the first second box we can see that skimming and cloning a credit card. అంటే ఏంటి యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గా మన క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ నంబర్స్ ని అన్నిటిని చేసి క్లోన్ చేయడం అనమాట. సేమ్ వే ద క్రెడిట్ సేమ్ మేనర్ ద క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ should be produced. So that is a more digital. So we have a more of more and more to find out where it is cloned and how they got these personal information to clone that card. So that is the way what is the less and more digital is. So have you understand what is this more digital and less digital? So considering a street thief who first observes an unwary user input the pin in the ATM and then steal the card and later withdraws cash. This is not a crime that appears to be a particular digital and therefore the placed at the less digital and the spectrum. On the other hand, skimming and the magnetic strip, cloning the card and then using it to make transaction is clearly a crime unique to digital era. Ante kada. So they are getting the magnetic tape. Magnetic strip means, have you an idea about this magnetic strip? So every credit card, every card have some black color strip at the back side. So that is a magnetic strip you can call. So cloning a card and we are doing the unique digital era, it would be appear to a place to more digital end of the spectrum. You can consider the spectrum. One is less digitalized and another one is more digitalized. So in order to varying this slide is very useful to understand what is more and less digital. So understood this one. Similarly, some crimes are more likely to have a digital aspects rather than uniquely explores the digital technologies. For example, a fraud enacted via an eBay, a fraudulent may have had a planning for the fraud in the internet. Setting up a temporary and difficulty to trace the email accounts, snuffing the internet for images, description and prices. These are the activities which explore the advantage of digital technologies, but nonetheless arise from a conventional and classical form of crime. So they're making it tempting to buy that one. So some online shopping, eBay. So eBay is we already known that there is a problem with users how they are going to be committed to the crime. All those things we saw. So same way. So making that tracing emails accounts and sniffing the internet for images and description about description and prices. These are the activities which explores the advantage of digital technologies, now let the erase the conventional and classical form of crime. So we can make it, make ourselves to enter into the crime. So that is about a digital spectrum. So it is going to be deal with what type of crime is that, whether it's more digital or less digital, whether it comes under to deal fully digitalized form or less digitalized, everything they can be deal on. Then good field practice in processing a crime sense. Processing a crime sense. Crime sense, it is a crucial to understand the definitions of crime sense. For practical purpose, a crime sense is the aftermath of an event that is considered by the law to be illegal. For a basic understanding, the crime sense can be considered a epics of an inverted pyramid that expands to encompasses the 5 phases: investigation of crime, recognition, analysis, and interpretation of evidence, and finally a court trial. The crime sense should be processed with due diligences, utmost care, and by the application of technology, because any mistake made in processing crime sense are possible to rectify. So how to climb the case, how what are the various steps are there. So in order to make this good practice of processing a crime sense, we have one pyramid type is there. It's like a triangle, closed triangle. So the reverse we can call a pyramid. So that in a pyramid sense, there is a 5 stages are there to approach the crime. So first I will show you that then we can come. So this is a crime sense pyramid. So interpretation, analysis, and collection. So in other ways, we have investigation is going to be properly. So these are the steps, 3 steps. And investigation is going to be properly, side by side is going to be doing. And evidence recognition, crime sense. Once those, all those, so in a court trial, what they are going to be asked in interpretation, analysis, collection, and investigation. So finally, these investigation, analysis, collection, the evidence recognition for crime sense. So evidence should be produced. So that should be submitted in the court. So that okay. Both errors of omissions and commissions made in processing a crime sense can confound the final resolution in 2 ways to make things worse. The investigator uses the general guidelines for processing a crime sense and exercises the use of checks, sheets, forms, list as template for search and examining to the counterproductive, productive, counterproductive, counterproductive. So each approach with knowledge, education, and experience of the investigator. The crime sense is the epic of inverted pyramid. So when they are going to be see about, so they can analyze that how the crime is happened. So by the way how they were see that they may, the people who was investigator, they may have some experience of how this crime was happened, and they can view, they can analyze easily with the how the crime was happened. So that is a unique approach. Some is a unique must be approached to the knowledge. So some of the cases ni consider చేస్తే, సో మీకు ఐడియా ఉంటే మామూలుగా మూవీస్ లో అయినా చూపిస్తుంటారు కదా. సో ఈ కేసుని డీల్ చేయాలంటే యూ కెన్ సీ దట్ ఓల్డ్ కేస్ ద సేమ్ ప్యాటర్న్ వాజ్. So if you see, they simply talk about, so what is the previous case, we can follow that, we can may get some idea about what crime, how it is happened, and how we can see all those things. We can see some more evidences, some more clues we can find it from old one. So that is the way we can consider, we can get the information from the old cases. Okay. So this was the pyramid in a crime sense pyramid. So we have interpretation, analysis, and collection. So in both other ways, we have an investigation process and court trial and evidence recognition, crime sense we have. So then another one is about digital event and case relevances. So digital, what are the digital events and case relevances? What is the digital event? Is an occurrence that changes the stages of one or more objectives. If the state of an object changes as a result of an event, then it is an effective of the event. Some types of objectives have the ability to cause the event, and these are called causes. So carried and suffered in 2004. So these events and case relevances, what is the digital events occurrence? These things was published in 2004, this one. So understand what is a digital event. I mean, is the occurrence that changes of state one or more objects. If the state of an object changes as a resultant of event, then it is an effect of the event. Some type of objectives have the ability to cause the events. These are all causes. So the property of an pieces of information which is used to measure its ability to answer the investigative. So here we have some W's are there. In the last class we saw some C's, no, CEO, CEO, CIO, some C's, C views. Same here we have some W's. What is it? Who, what, where, when, why, and how. The questions in a criminal investigation. So this was mentioned in Robin and Carpenter in 2005. The authors use these notations to describe the distinction between the computer security and forensics, even defining the degree of case relevance, and same is given in a figure. So mentioned here figure is a degree of case relevances. So what is absolutely, probably, possibly, probably, probably, irrelevant, relevant, irrelevant, case, relevant. What are some questionnaires we can? So what is absolutely, probably, irrelevant, cases, relevant? What are the relevant things? All those things. So this is the degree of case relevances. So the purpose of crime sense, the investigation is to seek to solve the commission of crime inevitably that fall under the umbrella of 6W questions. So that is W's I said now. So that is one is what happened, when did it happen, where did it happen, who was involved, who was it done, why was it done. So these are the questions will occur while we are proceeding with the investigation. అంతే కదా, జనరల్గా ఏదైనా ప్రాబ్లం అయితే ఏమైంది, ఎక్కడ జరిగింది, ఎలా జరిగింది, ఎవరు చేశారు, ఎందుకు చేశారు, చేయడానికి గల రీజన్ ఏంటి, ఇలా క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాము సేమ్ థింగ్. In an examination of a physical evidence, in the first 5 questions are relevant and the question why is irrelevant by the laboratory analysis. It is the left for the establishment of motivation by profilers, criminologists and courts. సో వై అనేదానికి తెలియదు కదా, ఎందుకు చేశారు అనేదానికి కనిపెట్టడానికే మన ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్, అంతే కదా. ఎలా జరిగింది, ఎప్పుడు జరిగింది, సారీ వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్, వెన్ డిడ్ ఇట్ హ్యాపెన్, వేర్ డిడ్ ఇట్ హ్యాపెన్. ద లాస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ వై వాజ్ ఇట్ డన్, ఎందుకు జరిగింది అనే దానికి చెప్పడానికి వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ప్రాసెస్ దిస్ వన్. సో ఎందుకు జరిగిందని చెప్పడానికే మనకు కావాల్సిన ఎవిడెన్సెస్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బి కలెక్ట్. So for that, the profiler or criminalist and courts needs the evidences. So these are the digital event and case relevances. So anyone having doubt? It's what? Today we saw about a digital spectrum and digital event and case relevances. So what is the digital spectrum and digital event and case relevances? Okay, understand digital event, crime sense and a good field practice in crime sense also. 3 topics, small topics. First one is about digital spectrum and a good practice in a crime sense. Here we discuss about a pyramid. So in this investigation, how it is going to be happen, and we have 3 sense of viewing a case. That is interpretation, analysis, collection, investigation. So all those things are going to be evidence for recognition of crime sense. This one we can produce for court trial. This one gives the crime sense pyramid. Later we saw about digital events and case relevances, how the case relevances. So in order to proceed these case relevances, we have some W's. 5 W's nearly, that is what and why, where, when, how, why. So these above 5 is going to be collecting the information, and the last one is the evidence part. So in order to approach any crime criminalist or court, if you want to proceed, then we need some justification over this. Okay. So anyone having doubt so far, can tell me so that we can, or else we can stop. We will discuss right now. And Tomorrow topic is about the Locard's principles, the traditional forensic versus cyber forensics, traditional forensics and cyber forensics. So tomorrow we will discuss about these two things. So according to the world of forensic science, Locard's publications makes no mention of an exchange principle. So although he did make the observation, it is impossible some different type of framing of this one. The Q questions, frameable sense, laser does, traces do sense of possibility. So the meaning of this one, it is possibly for a criminal act, especially considering the investi of crime without leaving the trace of these presence. The meaning of that one. So even if we will continue this one by tomorrow. Anyone having doubt, you can ask me.